just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball. Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
But at the end of the day, all the people that was rooting on me to fail, at the end of the day, they got to wake up tomorrow and have the same life that they had before they woke up today. They got the same personal problems that they had today. And I'm going to continue to live the way I want to live and continue to do the things that I want to do.
Like and subscribe. On the way in the door, my people, I hope you all are having a truly, truly fantastic day today. Welcome back to Fanboy Fridays. Fanboys, that was your king. that was your king at the beginning of the video saying all the ridiculous things. So we hope your day is going terrible. So here we go. It's about that time in the season where when the Lakers struggle, or whatever team LeBron James happens to be on struggles, we all know what's coming, and that is the talks about how whatever team LeBron happens to be on at the moment does not have enough help. And so we're going to check out this clip from Rob Parker and his new partner, who I can't stand because he's a disingenuous cap artist for LeBron. He tries to pretend like he's willing to be completely honest about LeBron, but he's definitely not. He's a cap artist for LeBron. He is a member of the CFL. But here in this clip, they talk about, here we go again with this narrative. And, they kind of start off talking about Frank Vogel and then Darvin Ham, and, how every season it's the same old thing. So that's kind of what they were talking about before this clip that I'm going to play here now. So let's check out this clip.
But here's the problem with this whole narrative and whatnot. This continues to make the case anti-LeBron for being the GOAT. Seriously. That you bellyache every year, that it's not about you, that you need somebody else or somebody else to do something for you to be able to win. I got to stack my team. I got to trade away all the young players and just get anybody what we can take right now to try to help me win. Like, this is a on and on story. And I don't think that looks good for LeBron to have AD by your side. Seriously, most teams need two players.
Yeah.
Right? Like to make two players. Okay, and you got a guy. I thought Austin Reeves. Oh, don't trade him.
No, he's a solid player.
The one talking about he had a career high 38 the other night. Yeah. Oh my God, he's playing like an all-star. All this other stuff. What do you need?
Even they're not talented enough. I mean, period. That's just, if you look at OKC, and they ain't even got Chet Holmgren. You look at what Cleveland's doing. They got all-star, like 4 or 5 all-star caliber guys. Not saying they are, but caliber. The Lakers don't have that. They got LeBron, all-star. AD, clearly an all-star. Austin Reeves is like, wow, he's a good guy, but he ain't an all-star. So they definitely are undermanned, and Rob Pelinka has failed them in that regard. Because you know what he hasn't done, Rob? He hasn't snuck one up on us. What I mean is we're sitting there at home, and you went to bed, and you woke up, oh, snap, they done got Zach LaVine, or they done pulled off Jimmy Butler, or whatever it would be, where you go, oh, shoot. He hasn't pulled that off lately for them to compete.
So, you see what I mean about this guy, Rob Parker's new partner. He's definitely a member of the CFL. But question for you LeBron James fanboys. Is it not just a little bit suspicious that every year we have to hear the same story for your king who is supposedly the GOAT? Is that not just a tad bit suspicious that year after year the so-called greatest player, the so-called bigger, stronger, faster player, the so-called overcame the supposed greatest team ever in 2016, and that one made him the GOAT. This guy just never, ever has enough help. And Rob Parker hit the nail on the head. This is terrible for your GOAT case, which doesn't exist anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But this is terrible for your manufactured alleged GOAT case. This is terrible. For you to be supposedly so great, yet every year we have to hear this same thing. And then, of course, like I said, his partner, who is a certified member of the CFL, comes in talking about Rob Pelinka hadn't made any great trades or surprise trades. But to that, I have to say this. For the guy whose claim to fame is player empowerment, whose claim to fame is he's been able to do more as a player than anyone in the history of the game in terms of power. For a guy like that who has chosen the team he's went to, who's gotten coaches fired, who's gotten players traded, who's basically manipulated the game in every way possible, for a guy like that to never have enough help means two things, fanboys. You ready for it? It means two things. It means either LeBron James is terrible at picking teammates and coaches, or nobody wants to play with him. And I think we all know the answer is it's both. It's both A and B, fanboys. It's both A and B. LeBron James is terrible at putting together teams, and nobody wants to play with LeBron James. No reputable superstar wants to play with LeBron James anymore. And obviously, let's get into the third thing that's actually the real problem behind all of this. 2008, when Kobe Bryant lost to the Boston Celtics, Kobe Bryant, who has embarrassed LeBron James on many occasions, Kobe Bryant, who exposed LeBron James for how much of an alpha he is not. When Kobe Bryant lost to the Boston Celtics, he called Michael Jordan for advice, as Kobe Bryant often did. And Michael Jordan said, hey, you got to figure it out. Michael Jordan said, you have to figure out, basically said, you have to figure out how to make your teammates championship competitors. This is what Michael Jordan told Kobe Bryant. In other words, one way or another, you just got to figure it out. And this is what LeBron James doesn't understand. This is why year after year, this is so ridiculous at this point, people. I mean, really think about how ridiculous that this is. Really think about how a player who is supposedly as great as he says he is, as they say he is, never has enough help. Think about the fact that anytime LeBron James is not competing for a championship, it is always simply because he doesn't have enough help. I said this once and I'll say it again. Fanboys, you know what that means. That means every player in the history of the NBA who didn't get a championship, it was simply because they didn't have enough help, which negates anything about any kind of GOAT talk, including your king. If every player who didn't get a championship is simply because they didn't have enough help, that negates anything about a star player or a superstar or anything like that. But this is what your king has done, because this is what your king does. And the Unclutched Sports and you ridiculous fanboys, this is what you guys do, is basically say, hey, anytime LeBron James is not in the championship, it has to be because he just doesn't have a good team. I know it sounds ridiculous, But LeBron James hadn't had a good team in 18 out of his 22 seasons. This guy just has bad luck. Everybody picks on LeBron James. We don't understand it. Why can't you just say he's the GOAT with 4 championships in 22 years? Why can't you just say he's the GOAT? Who cares if he flops? Hey, that's smart. That's smart to be the bigger, stronger, faster player and still not want to get touched and flop on the court to trick the refs that it was a foul. And then you wink at the camera. That's smart to every time you get knocked to the ground, you're holding your head as if you got a concussion. That makes him the GOAT too. Fanboys, your life is ridiculous. But going back to what Michael Jordan told Kobe Bryant is that you have to figure it out. This is about leadership. How is it possible that if LeBron James is so good, we're pretending as if he doesn't have Anthony Davis? Michael Jordan has Scottie Pippen. I guarantee you if Michael Jordan had Anthony Davis, he'd have 6 or more championships. If Michael Jordan had a dominant big man, it would have been a wrap. Again, that's the thing about Michael Jordan is, he defied conventional wisdom. And like I said, the moment Michael Jordan retired, big men went back to winning. With the exception of a couple here and there. But in general, when Michael Jordan retired, big men went back to winning. So can you imagine if Michael Jordan had a dominant big man to play with back in that era? But he had Pippen. And with Pippen, he was 6-0 in the finals. LeBron James has Anthony Davis and only has a bubble ring to show for it. His stint with the Lakers is a failure. Fanboys, I really don't know what to say to you guys anymore. Except, at this point, you guys, I guess you spent so much of your life defending LeBron James that you wouldn't know what to do if you actually came into reality and didn't have LeBron James to defend anymore. But at this point, when you think about it, you know that this has to sound ridiculous. You know this. There's no way you can't, in your heart of hearts, know that this sounds ridiculous. Every single year we have to hear about no help narrative when LeBron James and Anthony Davis is on the same team. They got players who could get it done. They just don't have a leader who can get it done. And that includes LeBron and JJ Ridiculous. Neither one of them. They don't have a leader who can get it done. It's that simple. This is LeBron James, his whole career is this. His LeBron James is not a leader. Go cry in the corner. That's the facts. LeBron James isn't a leader. But anyway, we gonna hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about what Rob Parker had to say about LeBron James and Anthony Davis in this whole no help narrative? And him saying that, hey, look, this negates the whole GOAT talk. How is the supposed greatest player ever always needing help? How is it everything is about him unless he's not winning? Then it's about everybody else. That doesn't make sense for someone who's supposedly in the GOAT conversation. It makes no sense at all unless you're living in a world of delusion with the rest of the LeBron James fanboys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly, truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.